welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a super simple cook and clean with me. I've never done one of these before, so if you like this video, let me know in the comments below. As you can see, I just got my Home Chef order delivered straight to my door. They have 14 weekly menu options that you can choose from, and it comes to about $9.95 a serving. And you can get $30 off of your first order using the link in my description box, along with my code that I will put down in the description box as well. Okay, so one of the things that I love about Home Chef is that it's just super easy, simple recipes. They're pre-portioned, everything is super fresh. This is actually my second time ordering from them, so you know we like them. So the two menu options that I chose for this week is this chicken with basil pecorino cream sauce, and that's what I'm going to be making today in this video. I also chose this grilled mojito lime chicken. I love anything with lime in it. I'm looking forward to making this as well, but Chris chose that he wanted this for this evening. So we're gonna go ahead and make chicken with basil pecorino cream sauce. The ingredients you need for each meal will come in a pre-packaged baggie with everything that you need. I also really like that the chicken is separate in its own little bag. And I always get a seasonal fruit order from them as well, because they have always just been absolutely delicious. Especially these pears are like my favorite thing right now. Okay, so for this recipe, you are going to need 12 ounces of red potatoes, 1 red bell pepper, 1 shallot, 2 boneless skinless chicken breasts, 2 tablespoons of basil pesto, and 4 ounces of light cream, 1 ounce of Pecorino cheese. And then the first thing that we're gonna need to do is preheat our oven to 400 degrees. And some other items that you already have on hand that you'll need are olive oil, salt, pepper, cooking spray, a baking sheet, and a medium non-stick pan. First thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut up my produce, starting with my red pepper. And this is just how I cut red peppers. I just find it much easier to do it this way. Actually, I saw Giada do it this way years ago, and I never have cut my peppers the same since. Better be careful with that knife. Okay, so my red peppers are cut, and now I'm moving on to my shallot, and we're supposed to cut this into rings. I think I want to keep my finger, so I'll just leave this one a little bit thicker. And now on to our potatoes. And there's our oven, it's all preheated, perfect timing. Okay, we got all of our produce cut up. Now I'm just taking all of the vegetables. I love this cutting board, guys, you know that. You always ask me about it, and I always have a link in the description box, but I love how you can just take this off. But we're searing all of this, or roasting all of this in the oven together. So we can just go ahead and put it all on our baking sheet. Gonna add a little bit of olive oil. My salt. And my pepper. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give this like a quick little toss. Spread it out on our baking sheet. Try and spread my shallots out. Beauteous. Hey, get back here. Okay. Yummy. Throw that in my 400-degree oven. And now I'm just going to salt and pepper my chicken. Okay, you're gonna go ahead and let the vegetables roast for about 20 minutes. And while that's roasting, I am going to start some macaroni and cheese and some chicken nuggets for the boys, because let's get real, they're not gonna eat this because they're toddlers. That stuff was roasting, I went ahead and put the mac and cheese in, and I just cut up some fruit for dessert, even though I promised Carter that he could have a marshmallow tonight after dessert, but he'll still eat some fruit. So it's been about 20 minutes. I'm just going to scoop my veggies over to the side to make room for the chicken. Still trying to keep that single layer, but a little bit of overlapping is okay. And sear my chicken. I've heated up some olive oil, as you can see. Let's go ahead and put our chicken on. Just gonna give this a quick sear. The chicken is seared. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my pan. And now we're gonna roast this, again, still on 400 for about 15 minutes. Also, before I go ahead and roast it, I'm going to put a tablespoon of the basil pesto over top of each chicken breast. And wow, Ella is getting so big. Oh my goodness. So I meant to say teaspoon, not tablespoon. So here's another teaspoon. So in this little container, there's 2 tablespoons. You're going to use 1 teaspoon per chicken breast, and then the remaining you're going to use for the sauce that we're going to make. I absolutely love pesto. It's my favorite. Sometimes I'll just make pesto and mozzarella wraps or paninis. They're delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the oven for about 15 minutes. And as for our macaroni and cheese, I have nuggets in the oven, and this macaroni and cheese is almost done. So what I'm gonna do to sneak some vegetables in, just add a little bit of peas. And once they're cheesy and mixed in with the macaroni and cheese, they don't mind them as much. So I just did that towards the end of the cooking time. Okay, so macaroni and cheese is done. You can see here. And chicken nuggets are almost done. And there's about 7 minutes left for the chicken. And once the chicken comes out, they want you to let it sit for 5 minutes. And while it's sitting, they want you to make the sauce. So that's how I'm gonna do that. But I also just wanna mention that realistically, the only reason why I'm able to prepare a meal like this is because Chris is home and they're playing in the playroom right now. And that is also that I can record a video, because otherwise this video would be the kids pulling up my legs while I'm trying to cook and me just being all over the place. But it's really nice because Chris has a couple early nights a week, and on his early nights I try to make us a nice meal like this. Since there's about 5 minutes left on the timer over there, I'm gonna go ahead and just start some of the dishes.
Run away, and I know right now we can change anything and make it better together. Now we're strong, don't question it. The truth will break your chains. We have the key. Open your eyes and see. We are the ones who know the answers, and they ain't never gonna hold us back. The sea is rising like we dancers. Imagine life without.
This looks great. Set that here, and then I'm just gonna let that rest while I go ahead and make my sauce. So now you're supposed to return the pan to sear the chicken to medium-high heat and add cream. Well, I got ahead of myself and I went ahead and washed that pan already. Oops. So I am now using another pan that I just sprayed because I figured there would be some like oils in the pan from the chicken. So that is what I'm going to do. So once this gets hot, I'm going to add my cream and then remove from the burner and whisk in the basil pesto with 2/3 of the pecorino, and you're going to reserve the rest of it for a garnish, and then season with salt and pepper. Okay, so we want to bring this to a boil and then remove. And now I'm just whisking in the rest of the basil pesto. And I'm going to add my cheese. It smells amazing. This looks absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to eat it. And then we have the boys' food. Can you say grace?
God is good and is true. Amen.
Amen. Looks delicious.
Thank you. Making my dinner, Mommy.
Oh, you're welcome, my sweetheart.
I love you. I want to snuggle you all day.
I love you and want to snuggle you all day. Do you know how to melt Mommy's heart? Yeah. You try it? So delicious?
Yeah.
You want more?
No.
No, I'm gonna eat your chicken nuggets. Try some of that? You like it? Is it good?
No, you eat it.
Taking a second bite. Maybe I should have ordered for 4.
Don't do that.
Wow, Bubba.
No.
You all day? Okay, good. I love snuggling you all day. Put me inside. If you eat a couple more bites, you can have dessert.
I eat my dinner.
So now what?
Another little mushroom.
You're gonna have dessert and marshmallow?
I'll have marshmallow, please, Mommy.
Or that or the marshmallow? What do you want to start with? You want to start with some mango? Mmm. What are you going to start with?
I'm starting mango.
With mango? I like pears the most right now.
I like
They're
pears.
apples.
Pears.
It's not pears, it's apples.
No, try it. It's a pear. Mmm.
Good.
Good. I'm glad that you're taking a bite of everything and then putting it back. That dinner was absolutely amazing. I can't recommend Home Chef enough. Make sure to use the code in the description box and Tiffany30, and that will get you your $30 off. So my favorite thing about Home Chef, besides the fact that they only take 30 minutes to make, is that everything is pre-portioned, so there's no food waste. That is probably our biggest issue, and it breaks my heart, like on Sundays when I'm cleaning out the fridge, how much food has gone bad. So this is amazing. So definitely check them out. Now, I did make a pretty big mess and I have a lot to clean up, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start with the dishes, and then after that, I'm going to, while I'm doing the dishes, I'm gonna run my little robo vac, my Bob sweep, and then we'll wipe off the counters, and then, yeah, I need a mop. So the first thing I'm doing is just putting everything away, and then we will get started on the dishes.
I'll be dreaming. we dreaming? Are 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 we dreaming?
First, I'm going to load the dishwasher and get that started and then hand wash the rest.
Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming?
Now I'm just going to give the sink a great scrub. I still have a code for you to get a scrubber for free as well as some other Mrs. Meyer's products, so make sure to check that out in the description box below. Next, I'm just adding some spearmint to my drain, and that will make it smell nice and fresh. Next, I'm just going to dry the dishes by hand so that I can go ahead and wipe down the counters. And my sweet husband is going to go ahead and take out the trashes for me.
Just enjoy, take my advice. You say that you love it and you're okay, but I know better and you're afraid.
Next, I'm just taking all of the knobs off of my stove top, and I'm going to put some of this cleaner on top. I'll show it in the next clip. And I always use this. It's Barkeeper's Friend. I'm just going to rub it in kind of like a lotion, and we're going to let this sit and dry, and then we'll scrub it off in a little bit. I'm using my OG today. That is Method Grapefruit All-Purpose Cleaner. This stuff smells like unicorns. Now that the counters are wiped down, I'm going to use this Pledge multi-surface spray and wipe down the refrigerator. Next, I'm just slightly wetting this cloth here, and you can go ahead and scrub this off with a dry cloth. I like to use a slightly wet cloth first to make it a little bit easier, and then I'll go ahead with a dry cloth over top of it. This is my second time using this Mr. Clean cleaner, and it smells really, really good. And I'm going to go ahead and mop all of the kitchen floors. I really hope that you all enjoyed this video and that you found it somewhat relaxing. I hope that it gave you a meal idea as well as some inspiration to go ahead and clean up your space. And please leave any video requests below. I love taking video requests and making videos that y'all want to see. So make sure to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
I'm feeling so hollow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm living in shadow.